means no SNAP dollars for illegal immigrants.
New at noon, screaming and heckling overpowered the conversation at Congressman Doug Lamalfa's first in-person town hall since President Trump took the White House. Plus, how you can soon weigh in on plans to overhaul downtown Chico's street design. Also new on Action News Now at noon, why President Trump's deploying troops to the Capitol.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
It was hard to hear what Congressman Doug Lamalfa had to say in answer to a group of mostly unhappy constituents at the Chico Elks Lodge this morning. It was the first town hall he's hosted since President Trump took office in his second term. Here's a listen.
Support that, because when legislators do it, the opiate of power, of the ability to draw their own lines, it's really dirty. It's really dirty. So you should. And so California differs from Texas is that they're going to be trampling the people's voice on those propositions in order to do a temporary, they're calling it an emergency. Okay, an emergency. Texas shouldn't be doing it either. I hope they stop. We're urging them to stop. But all the other states have the legislative authority to do that. Maybe the people of Texas, maybe the people of other states will put their own commissions in place in order to have it be independent of this massively political, naked political thing that's going on here. It's really ugly, and no matter which side of the aisle you're on, it doesn't look good. It doesn't give you more faith in the political process if legislators are going to draw the lines merely to have an outcome for a partisan win, okay?
It was 90 minutes of a lot of the same. We have the full recording available on our Action News Now homepage if you want to listen to all the questions and answers. And there's another town hall tonight at 5:30 in Red Bluff at the Community Center on Jackson Street. It's a very hot start to our work week after a very warm weekend as well. This is a live look from the Doe Mill Road Alert California camera looking at blue skies over Butte County. Court Klopping is tracking conditions for us. Court, I mean, I guess I'm getting maybe just acclimated to it. It doesn't feel so severe as long as you're not working outside in it.
Yeah, being inside in the AC is really the best bet for today. It is heating up really rapidly. Temperatures this afternoon are going to end up pretty much on par with where they did yesterday for a few cities, maybe even a little hotter. And this is oppressive heat on tap with nothing but sunshine overhead. This is the view right now from the Deer Creek Highway camera up Highway 32 just east of Chico, looking west over the valley. You're not seeing any clouds in sight. Hyper local look at the satellite and radar. No clouds overhead here either. And temperatures are heating up rapidly. 86 degrees already for Chico with sunshine and wind out of the south at 6 miles an hour. 97 degrees already being reported in Redding with sunny skies. 93 degrees already for Red Bluff with sunshine. And 89 degrees in Orville with sunshine overhead. So again, those temperatures are rapidly rising, and we're going to be ending up in the 102 to 111 degree range in the valley this afternoon with wind out of the south at 10 miles an hour, so the wind's not too strong. That's the one saving grace here. Otherwise, humidity dipping to as low as 15%. When you combine all of these things together, because the winds aren't very strong, we're left with fire danger in the moderate range for your Monday. Haley coming up in just a couple of minutes. I'll be breaking down just how hot it's projected to end up in your backyard this afternoon and when some relief from this heat is on the horizon this week.
Thanks, Court. New at noon, CAL FIRE arrested someone in connection to the ranch fire in Lassen County. That fire broke out in Ranch Park off of the Paul Bunyan logging road on Saturday. CAL FIRE officers say they saw someone leaving the area as they were responding, and that after an investigation arrested that person for arson. We're working to learn who it was, and we'll keep you posted on air and online. A transformer fire knocked out power to some people in Chico this morning. The fire started at around 4 and it was near Forest Avenue and Highway 32, knocking out power to at least 76 PG&E customers near Forest Ave and Forest Creek Circle. Now, that fire didn't spread to vegetation or threaten any buildings. The Upham fire in Butte County is 100% contained. We told you about this one yesterday, and we captured this video of smoke on the Alert California time-lapse from yesterday. It broke out on Upham Road and Robinson Mill Road north of Bangor at around 5 p.m. CAL FIRE says it burned 2 acres, but they did get full containment on it, but they will be checking back today just to make sure nothing sparks back up. Firefighters responded to a debris fire at the Tehama County landfill. This one broke out at 5 p.m. Sunday on Plymire Road at the Tehama County landfill in Red Bluff. CAL FIRE called in a water-dropping helicopter to help put it out. According to the unofficial nonprofit reporting site Watch Duty, this fire burned about a half acre of debris. The City of Chico will host a community workshop for the Downtown Chico Revitalization Project. Action News Now reporter Nathan Espindula breaks down the plan to make downtown more walkable and bike-friendly.
The meeting will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the City Council chambers here in downtown Chico. And the purpose of the meeting is to take public input to learn what you want to see the future of downtown looking like. Chico City Council member Tom Van Overbeck told me the Downtown Chico Revitalization Project isn't only focused on present needs, but also future ones. However, beyond that, he explained that the project is a byproduct of a much larger project that the city has in store.
The underlying reason that we're doing this is because the sewers mains in downtown most of them were put in 1908 and they need to be replaced. So since we have to tear up the streets anyway, it gives us a chance to reimagine what it could be. And if people want to have a voice in how they want that to turn out, then they should show up and express themselves.
Last week, the city held a stakeholder meeting with business owners to discuss the project. Tomorrow's meeting will be the second out of 6 public workshops that are planned. The first one occurred back on May 12th. As a result of the project, we can expect to see a much more bicycle and pedestrian-friendly downtown. Potentially even one with only 2 lanes of traffic going in each direction instead of 3, as we currently see behind me here. Originally, the project was called the Downtown Chico Complete Streets Improvement Project. Tom Van Overbeck told me the project went through a rebranding after they received a lot of public backlash due to certain aspects of the project. He said one of the aspects people really didn't like was that originally they were going to take out 80 parking spots downtown to make a protected bike lane. Now, with the new name, the Downtown Chico Revitalization Project aims to have a lot more structure and public input than its predecessor. And while a bike lane is still in the conversation, Van Overbeck said he won't vote for anything that'll cause the loss of even 1 parking spot. Instead, he is proposing implementing diagonal parking, which he says will increase parking spots downtown. Mayor Casey Reynolds said she believes in a downtown that is ideal for everyone.
So we want to make sure that we're accommodating parking, accommodating deliveries, accommodating, customers, and making it a walkable, drivable, bikeable, enjoyable downtown for everybody.
And Mayor Reynolds described the Downtown Chico Revitalization Project as a 50 to 100-year project, emphasizing that she not only wants to see a downtown that works now, but also one that works far into the future. In Chico, Nathan Espindula, Action News Now.
There is still no set timeline for when the work will break ground. Chico police arrested 3 people, including 2 teens wanted for attempted murder after a shoplifting incident. Police were called out to the Chico Marketplace on East 20th Street Saturday around 2:30 p.m. for that shoplifting incident, but the suspects had already taken off. Police tracked down 46-year-old Juan Castillo and 2 teens, 17-year-olds. Police say they found 2 loaded handguns in the vehicle. Police say Castillo was arrested for possession of a concealed loaded gun, and the teens were arrested on felony warrants, which included those charges of attempted murder and burglary, plus shoplifting too. Breaking news, an explosion at a steel plant near Pittsburgh killed 1 person and injured dozens of others, trapping even more under the rubble. Emergency workers are on site trying to rescue them right now. It happened this morning at Clairton Coke Works.
Again, just reminds everybody how dangerous of a job it is to make steel here and down here in Coke. Back then, 5 years ago, they did an amazing job to rebuild it immediately, quickly after that. So my whole thoughts go to the families of they've lost someone today, and It's just absolutely tragic.
The plant is a massive industrial facility south of Pittsburgh and is considered the largest coking operation in North America. President Trump says he's placing the Washington, D.C. Police Department under federal control and deploying the National Guard to make the Capitol safer. President Trump promised to address homelessness and crime and posted online today that the nation's capital will be, quote, liberated, and that he'd end the days of ruthless killing or hurting innocent people. Last week, the president directed an increased federal law enforcement presence in the city for 7 days with the option to extend as needed. Mutual aid in action, how Chico fire crews are helping out on the state's largest wildfire. Plus, we hear from the Chico Enterprise Records editor-in-chief about the role of journalism in our community and more highlights from this week's Straight from the Source podcast.